So today's task is a coolant temperature cylinder head sensor for a 2-litre TDCi Ford engine. This particular one is in a Tornado minibus, but they're also found in Mondeos and X-type Jaguars. So the problem that you'll notice is that the coolant temperature for the cylinder head and the block do not match. What that results in is a loss of power, engine cutting out, engine management light, and general rough running. So you can temporarily fix this by just unplugging the sensor that's faulty. You can then drive the vehicle in limp mode just to be able to get you where you need to go, but you do need to replace the sensor. So the sensor that we're talking about is that little thing in there. So you'll notice that there's a pulley in the way, and it is possible to get it out without moving the pulley, but it's much easier to just remove the pulley. So you'll see that it plugs in just there, and it has a little retaining clip on it. This is, I'm showing you having already done the job rather than actually as I do it, because to be honest I forgot to get my phone out. So what you will need is you will need a quarter drive ratchet to slacken off that tensioner there. As soon as you slacken that tensioner off, you can remove that belt. As soon as that belt is off, you can get a T50 Torx socket in there. It is possible to undo with a ratchet, but it's much easier with a rattle gun. So as soon as you've undone that bolt, the pulley will come straight off. The size of socket required for the sensor itself is a 15mm. If you're replacing it, then the easiest way to get the old one out is to just cut the wire off and use a deep 15mm socket. In order to put the new one on, the easiest way to do that is to use a 15mm open-ended spanner. That means that you can avoid having to cut the side out of a 15mm socket, and this is the reason why we're removing the pulley. Now, as soon as you've put the new one in, make sure it's tight enough. You put the old pulley back on. The pulley doesn't matter which way it goes. There's no keyway on it because it's not a toothed belt. And then you need to tighten up that T50 bolt in the middle there. You need to put the belt back on, let the tensioner go, and then plug in just there. You'll see I've wrapped a little bit of electrical tape around the wiring there because there's a little bit of the sheath that has come off that, so it's just to protect it, but that is job done. So then if you start the engine back up again and plug your diagnostics in, you will see that the temperature should read the same for the crank and the head.